Whipping sauce.
Whipping sauce.
Texture dripping with the sauce.
Dripping with the sauce.
Finessing, getting it with the sauce.
Getting it with the sauce.
In the kitchen whipping sauce.
In the kitchen whipping sauce.
Whipping sauce.
Whipping sauce.
My texture dripping with the sauce.
Dripping with the sauce.
Flexing on them with the sauce.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Chef Life TV podcast. Today I have a chef all the way from Nigeria. You know, she's a well-known chef out there. I believe she's well-known because she's a consultant out there, and she came out in a few magazines. This is Chef Shuby, right? Hey, there we go. All right, okay. So now we're gonna start over again, ladies and gentlemen. We had to start over because the connection was a little bit, you know. Why did you want to be a chef?
Yeah, so just before the service part of the call, I was saying I wanted to be a chef because cooking in the kitchen with my mom as a child, while she made different types of meals and, different types of cuisine from all the different cultures in Nigeria. And, it's so broad and it's so wide. We have so many types of cuisines in Nigeria. Contributed to my passion and love for food.
Okay. Now, when you say many different, did you say tribes? Did I hear that right?
Yeah, we have over 200 tribes in Nigeria. Africa is very big. It's just a continent. There are other countries in Africa. And I'm from Nigeria. I live in Nigeria, which is like the biggest continent in Africa, and obviously the coolest. We have like over 200 tribes in Nigeria, and they all have the indigenous foods. They all have the type of meals that they eat. It's similar, but it's different in cooking, different spicing, different seasonings, different presentation. Just like you have in America, where Latin American food is different from maybe Northern America or contemporary American food or Italian or what have you. Before.
Okay, so now, I saw one of your dishes and it had curry, right? Maybe it's just me. I don't want nobody to judge me on this, but I wasn't aware that curry was big in Nigeria. I was not aware of that.
It is very, very big in Nigeria. Back in the day where we had the colonial rule and we had all the missionaries coming from the east, coming from the west, we had a lot of Indians settled in Africa. So in places like Algeria, in places like Morocco, they have a lot of curry. In indigenous Nigerian meals, there are no curries, but there are lots of Indians in Nigeria. So you have a lot of Indian restaurants. You have, a lot of Indian people, a lot of Chinese people, and, Asian people also settle in Africa a lot. So most of their cuisine has kind of rubbed off on the kind of food that we eat today. So that's why you would find curry in the Nigerian, cuisine. Okay,
so now, what is a staple dish that you make, like in a Nigerian cuisine dish that you make?
I don't know if you'll be able to pronounce it, but we call it, it is very, to the typical American, it will be very weird and strange, but, there are two types of meals that people eat in Nigeria. The first one being rice. A typical Nigerian would eat rice a lot. So there's jollof rice, which is like big on the internet. It's big on Instagram. We even have jollof wars. Which jollof is better? Is it Ghana? Is it Nigeria? Is it Senegalese? Obviously, Nigeria is better. So that's like a proper staple in Nigeria, jollof rice. Okay, so it's served at parties. It's served at every event or gathering. They always say a party without jollof rice is basically a meeting, So without jollof, the party ain't started yet. So that's one of the staples that we have. And then the second one is called swallow.
Wow.
We just call it swallow.
Walu? Okay. So what does the first dish consist of?
Rice, tomatoes, chilies, bay leaves, what else again? Tomato paste, crayfish, a
Okay.
little bit of it. And then, obviously the all holy trinity seasoning in Nigerian cuisine, Maggi. Maggi. I don't know if you guys call it Maggi. We call it Maggi.
So what it's called Maggi, you said?
Yes. It's a seasoning cube, highly concentrated seasoning cube. So it's like the vein of all Nigerian cuisine. You can't cook Nigerian without Maggi.
Okay, I did. Wow, Maggie. I'm gonna look that up, ladies and gentlemen. Maggie. Okay. so, is the food scene changing a lot in Nigeria?
Yes. In the last 5 years, it's actually opened up. Prior to now, there weren't a lot of chefs in Nigeria. When you talk about contemporary, food scene in Nigeria, it was basically non-existent. But over the last 5 years, we've had, a lot of chefs emerging. We've had a lot of people trying to open up their minds to try new foods, try new ways of having the same things that they eat on a regular. Open their minds to trying out, new techniques, new cooking methods, new spices, new seasoning, stepping away from traditional to the new and to the modern and to the contemporary. So obviously, in the last 5 years, there's been a lot of food festivals, food fairs, food, eat food, drink, and all of that going on in Nigeria. So to a large extent, yes, I would say the food thing is emerging, is changing every day in Nigeria.
That's great. That's awesome. Hopefully one day I could afford to go to Africa, and I would go to one of these food festivals because I'm pretty sure it is lit. It is probably amazing.
Believe me, it is. It is. When you come, you're not going to eat jollof rice because rice is easy. We're going to make you eat swallow. So you should ask any of your Nigerian friends to tell you what pounded yam and egusi soup is. So you should try it whenever you're opportune.
When I was in the army, I was really close with somebody from Africa. His name was Ajanahun, and Siladine. They were both like great people, man. And they used to always call me Musa. They never call me Moses. They always call me Musa.
Yeah, because they were Muslims probably, and the Muslim name for Moses is Musa.
They used to love calling me that every time. Yo, Musa, come here, Musa. Great guys, man.
I know. Africans we lit.
Yeah. So, are you guys? I'm seeing your post, right? And I'm going through your Instagram, and I see beetroot being used a lot.
And you see what?
Beetroot being used a lot.
Yeah. So beetroot recently also just started being accepted in the Nigerian scene, because most people now are, opting for healthier meals. Most people are opting for healthier lifestyle. So hence the introduction of more vegetables, more options, to create like a healthy diet. So beetroot now is more accepted in the Nigerian food.
That's great. So now you guys probably have like an abundance, like a lot of ingredients you guys could use, right? Because I'm pretty sure farms and right.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
So what's a
Yes, there are a lot of farms.
What's a vegetable that's not available in the U.S. that you think is only available in Africa?
Sure. I would say, oh my God, that's gonna be a tough one. A vegetable. I don't know. I think everything we have, you guys probably have. I would probably say maybe the chili. The chilies might be a bit different. The kind that we have here, they're actually much, much, much more spicy than the ones you have in the U.S. Yeah. So your average chili here is really spicy. Even the ones you guys call capsicum, the ones we have here as fiery cans, we don't have sweet chilies. Those sweet chilies are imported. We don't have sweet chilies. We only have fiery kind of chilies here. So I would say probably the chilies over there and the chilies here are not thing. What else? I would say it's not really a vegetable. It's just kind of a fruit. It's called palm fruit. It's completely different. I know they have some palm oil in the US, but it's completely different from what you would get here because it's kind of like where it's produced, so it won't be the same.
Palm fruit.
Yes.
Palm fruit. Okay. What dishes would you make with this palm fruit?
So from the palm fruit, you can make. They get palm oil. I don't know if you've heard of palm oil before.
Yeah. Yes.
So most of our Nigerian dishes are based off of palm oil. It's like a very important, the way the American would use olive oil, we use palm oil a lot here. For soup, for stews, for rice dishes, for so many things. I'm actually working on developing a curry out of palm oil, so obviously I'll be later on. Also from the fruit itself, the juice you get, you can make a soup called banga. Here, it's called banga.
Banga?
Pronounce it well. Yes. Banga.
Banga.
Yeah, so the banga soup, yes.
I'm learning. Hey, listen, I'm learning as I go along.
You're doing a good job. You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
So it's boiled and it's mashed, and then the juice is extracted, and then it's cooked down to a thick paste, and then stock, different types of proteins and offals are added to it, and then it's seasoned with Maggi and some other African spices, and then it's called soup. And so we use that to eat the swallow that I told you about, which is like, it could be either like what you guys call mashed potatoes. We mash yam here and mold it. Yeah, or mold it kind of. Or you could use cassava flakes and make it into like a molded mash or paste. I don't know if it's not paste, but like a mold kind of. And then you use your hands to use the cassava flakes that have been molded or the mashed yam with banga.
Okay, so when you say cassava, right? Because I'm from the Caribbean, we call it yuca. That's what you're talking about, right?
I guess so. Yeah, right? I would think so.
Yeah. Okay, so it's funny because a lot of food that that's Caribbean, it also comes from Africa.
Yes, I was friends with or I was opportunity to be friends with a Jamaican or Caribbean chef. I think we met last year, and honestly, I find that most of the meals that he makes are in some ways similar to a Nigerian meal as well.
It's similar in what way?
So there was this dish he made. I think he made it from I think it's corn. It's like corn. I forgot the name. So, but it's made in the same way we make our I think he calls it pap. I think it's pap he calls it. And then he makes it with some oxtail and some stew. I don't know how with some okra, and some cheese. I don't know how he makes it, but he says this is something he ate growing up. And like I said to him, it reminds me of over here where we make cassava mold and eat it with like okra soup, but you guys call it gumbo.
Okay.
We make ours, we make ours with palm oil and a lot of chilies, fish, crayfish, dry fish, smoked fish, all added in the same dish. So it's really, really similar. It's really similar. We have a dish from tapioca, which I know that you guys use tapioca to make some dishes as well. So like I said, it's quite similar. It's very, very close, but the cooking technique, cooking hours, and just obviously flavors. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So now, would you? Let's just say, right? It's just talking here. Do you think that Nigerian cuisine would do good in the States?
Honestly, I think it's gonna require a lot of getting used to because some of our spices and some of the ingredients that we use have a very strong, pungent aroma. And if you're not used to it, it will probably put you off. For example, there's something we cook in all our soups known as stockfish. And
what's it called?
Boil stockfish. Every Nigerian knows
What's it called? What's it called?
Stockfish.
Cod or what?
So stock. Yeah, I'm trying to remember what the Italian name is. Is the dry one that they grate on a microplaner? What's the thing? It's in my head, but it's Italian use it over pasta. I really can't remember the name now. I know it as stockfish, but it's dried cod.
Oh,
I really can't remember the name.
dry cod.
Yes, really dried cod.
We in the Caribbean use dry cod. We call it bacalao.
Yes, bacala. That's the word I'm trying to remember. Yes, they grate it over pasta.
Oh, girl, we love that. We love that.
Oh, really? Does it have the same strong aroma? Does it have the same strong aroma that we have? Yeah.
My mom used to always soak it in water because it was salt cod. It was dry salt cod, and she used to always soak it in water or soak it in milk overnight, and she would repeat that process over and over like 3 times until it's not that salty, and then she will cook it. And sometimes she'll put peppers and eggs and some Spanish seasoning. But let me tell you something. Growing up, that was my shit. I loved it.
Are you serious? Oh my God. If I tell you how we cook it here, it's completely different. The cod we get here is not salted. It's just really dried up and then has this really strong smell. So once you're boiling it, like you just take it, wash it off, put it in like hot water and boil it down until it's really soft. Like it has a very strong, so it funks up the house. Seriously funks up the house. You want to make sure that all your windows and blinds are shut because you have a lot of flies coming into the home. That it is. So you really want to make sure that you have it closed in maybe a pressure pot or like a nice pot with a lid. It would funk up the house. We use that to make our native soup. And when we say soup, our soup is completely different. It's not like we're not talking pumpkin soup, we're not talking potato leaf soup. No. We mean real native African soup. That's what we're talking about. Yeah. It's completely different.
Okay. I mean that's it's fun to hear about using the same ingredients in different ways. I think that's great, and I think this is gonna bring like a different perspective to people that are listening. Especially people in the Caribbean that don't wanna admit that their roots are African. So I think this is a great perspective. This is a great perspective to hear, and I think people are gonna be in for a culture shock.
Yes. Trust me. If they come to Africa, they'll see that our food, our cuisine kind of unites us all. We're all the same. Even someone in Italy would come down to Nigeria and find out that, we are similar. The kind of stews we make, the Italian will call it arrabbiata. It's really similar. All our cuisines are very similar. I think food is such a powerful thing because it unites everyone. No matter the color of your skin, no matter who you are, no matter your status in the society, I think food kind of brings everyone together.
Absolutely. Now, I went to your Instagram and I see you guys. You be lit. You be out with the selfies out there chilling, and so I'm pretty sure that the food scene is picking up, like you said before. Is there like a restaurant you'd love to go to?
Yeah, actually, there is a restaurant I love going to. Funny enough, in spite of me being a chef and cooking all the gourmet and fine dining, I really like my local traditional food. So you would hardly see me at a fine dining restaurant eating. For me, when I have my most fun is when I go around or about town and I discover new native restaurants around the city who are doing different, like the native food we know, but adding some Western twist to it, or doing it in such a way that I'd never thought to cook it, or like serving it up in a way that maybe I would have never even thought to pair it. So I love eating at those kind of restaurants. Maybe once in a while I would go to a fine dining restaurant, but if I were to say, okay, just pick one, I would probably say there's a restaurant called Silk Road.
What's it called? Silk Road? You said Silk Road?
Yeah, Silk Road. I live in the capital, so
Okay.
there's a restaurant called Silk Road, and it's predominantly Asian because
Mm.
I'm an Asian umami flavor
Okay.
addict. So yeah, I would say Silk Road if it must be fine dining, but ordinarily I would say your local restaurant is like
Mm. Wow. Okay. All right. All right. I see, girl. You
yeah,
out there. You out there chilling, trying new things. You know what? I'm, and and it's sad to say, that I wasn't aware that the food scene in Nigeria was picking up until I saw your profile, and then I did more
yeah,
investigating on the Nigeria food
research.
scene, and I think it's a great thing.
Yes, it is. It really is. We have a lot to offer. We have a lot to, show the world. We have a lot. I mean, trust me, if you came to Africa, or let me not say Africa, if you came to Nigeria, because Africa is big, there's so many places in Africa, but if you came to Nigeria, I promise you, just in being in one state wouldn't do. You would want to go to all 36 states just to try food and just see, the culture, to get a vibe of people, just understand how people live their life in the West, people in the South live their life, people in the North, people in the East, you just would have a great time.
Oh man. So you've been really busy, huh, with your consulting and your catering.
Yes.
So explain to me how you got into consulting, and you know what, both. How you got into both?
So I actually started out fresh out of culinary as a chef instructor. So I taught like students or I trained students rather for like 3-4 years. After that, I realized that I had a knack and I enjoyed cooking for people. I had a knack for catering for people. I love it when I create something and people eat and then they go like, "Oh, it's delicious. What did you put in it? Oh, so nice. I never would have thought to cook this way. I never would have thought to eat that this way." It's such an intelligent way to interpret this dish, and all of that. And then I realized that, what, I actually enjoy getting the feedback. I enjoy, seeing the smile on people's faces when they taste my food or when they, eat something that they haven't tried before and they go like, "Oh, really? Are you sure this is jollof rice?" I'm like, "Yeah, because it doesn't even look like jollof rice." I love seeing the excitement, and I love seeing them whip out their phones and take a picture to just post on Instagram, and then they go like, "Oh, Chef Shuby."
I'm sorry, Chef. You broke up a little bit right there. You got, Chef. Hello. Hello. You broke up a little bit.
You hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now. With you, so.
Oh, sorry.
No. It's fine. Right. I know it's a long distance call and things are gonna happen. So you left off at you like seeing the smile on their faces.
Yes, and I love seeing them give me, like, I love hearing the feedback. I love people, like, seeing them whip up their phones, take a picture, and then post on Instagram and say, "Oh, Chef Shuby made this," and then they go like, "Oh my God, it's so good."
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I've had steak and mash before. I've had steak and potatoes before when I went to, maybe they could probably call some popular restaurant in the U.S. and say I had steak and mash at maybe steakhouse or somewhere, but steak and mash, I probably never had that, or maybe they would say I've had, potato leek soup, but creamy yam soup, that's weird, and they've never heard of it, and they're like, "Oh, it was my favorite." I'll probably take a street food and transform it into something, gourmet, and they're like, "Oh no, I would have never thought to eat this way." And I think that kind of made me understand that I really loved catering. Yeah, I really loved catering. I really loved cooking for people, and while I did that, I noticed that on the job, people would ask me, "Oh, I love the plate that you used to serve this, dish. Where can I get it? Oh, I love the way, your waiters are always so polite. I love the way you're always so on time. I love the way, if I were to ask you to come and train my service team, would you be able to do that? If I asked you to come talk to my chef in the kitchen, would you be able to do that? Oh, these knife sets are so great. Where can I get it? And so I realized that there was like a whole market out there that no one was, taking advantage of. So, if people are asking me for all of these things, it means I can actually structure myself in such a way that people who wanted to, go into food businesses or start up restaurants can come to me and ask me for advice or for consulting and say, oh, where can I buy this? How can I structure my business? How can I make profit? How can I make money out of this business I'm about to invest in? How can I offer quality premium hospitality service to, my diners, my guests? How can I stand out from all the other businesses in the capital? So I told myself that I was going to go and get a certificate, in hospitality management and all of that, and restaurant management.
Okay.
And just make sure that, I would be able to argument with already the culinary experience that I have. And that to a large extent opened out a whole new world, for me when it came to, the restaurant business.
So
that's kind of how I got into consult.
So you wanted to do it to give people advice on how to maintain the business, basically, right? That's why you wanted to consult.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, because a lot of people here in Nigeria go into business. You know how it is. Most people, come into money, or they just think, oh, I like catering to people, oh, I like cooking, so therefore I'm going to go into the restaurant business. And then maybe it's not doing well, and then they come to me and they go like, oh, Chef Shuby, you've been in this restaurant business for some time. I've been doing it, but I'm not making money. It's not going the way I want it to go. My chefs are not, acting the way I want them to act. And then I found out that a lot of people, obviously didn't have a lot of knowledge, in the business. And they just basically went into the business because they had the money. So I said to myself that if there was just someone, available or, present that they could come to ask for advice or to just figure out, direction, in terms of investing in the food business, I think, things would be a lot better for the food thing also in the capital.
That's really, really amazing. And you know what? For that, I gotta absolutely. I mean, the fact that you want to give back, especially in your community like that, that's great.
Yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Thank you.
No problem.
I really enjoy it.
So now, where do you see yourself in helping Nigerian cuisine in 5 years?
Oh my God! I think Nigerian cuisine on its own. I'm just gonna be real honest with you. I don't even think it needs a lot of help. It stands out on its own. So with me being in the picture, without me being in the picture, there are so many promising chefs coming up, in the food scene today, and they're doing amazing things. I think in the next 2 years, I'm not even going to say 5. In the next 2 years, the world is going to be looking into Nigeria, looking into Africa. It's already happening. This year or last year, a lot of our musicians had albums with people like Beyonce, Drake, and all of that. And a lot of people are beginning to look at Nigeria. They're beginning to have, give Nigeria a second look. And the food thing too as well is getting, some heat. It's getting some attention. I think in the next 2 years, the food thing in Nigeria, with me, without me, because of all the number of people emerging, it's just gonna be as competitive as what you have in America or anywhere else in the world.
Wow. I mean, I can't wait. And honestly, listen, I really, really appreciate the fact that, it took us a while to get together and do this interview, ladies and gentlemen. But I'm happy that you took time out and you decided to sit down and take time from your busy day and just talk about your experience and everything that's going on your side of the world. Like I said, I really appreciate you taking time, and honestly, I hope your career keeps taking off the way it is, and I wish nothing but the best for you.
Thank you so much. Thank you very much for taking out time. When you sent me the message and you said you wanted to, have a talk with me, I was so excited because I felt like, not only are you giving back to the food community, I felt like you were also kind of shining a light on a particular part of the world that most people tend to overlook. And for me, I'm going to say kudos to you. And I also hope that your show keeps growing bigger and bigger. And we're going to have greater chefs, bigger chefs, and better people, come on and interview with you.
Thank you so much. That means a lot coming from you. Thank you a lot, ladies and gentlemen.
All right.
That's Chef Shuby in the building. Okay, make sure you check out her Instagram. All her Instagrams. Read her articles. She's a great chef and she's doing amazing things out there in Nigeria. Hey, take care, Chef. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, too. Big ups, guys. Bye.
Bye.